Good morning, second grade. It is another beautiful Monday morning, and I'm here to read the first book of the week. And I have some very good news, and I have some very bad news. So, I'll start with the good news. The good news is I'm going to continue reading books. Probably into early June. The bad news is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are the only 3 days I'm going to have you write in your notebook because we will have to collect them on Thursday and Friday. So, we're almost done with our notebooks. That makes Mr. Holman feel a little sad. But we'll get through this. I'm sure you'll find a way to cheer yourself up. Now, today, we're going to look at a book called The Grizzly Bear Who Lost His GRRR. It's written and illustrated by Rob Biddulph. And I'll just go ahead and tell you up front. It is about... It's written in the form of a poem, and it is about a grizzly bear. But I want you to think about, his life, and we'll talk about that when we're done. Each year, for as long as the forest has stood, a contest is held for the bears of the wood. And the bear who has won for 3 years in a row is a grizzly called Fred. And he's the star of the show. A brilliant fish catcher, a fine hula hooper. At scaring the humans, he's really quite super. There's one thing, however, for which each bear is known. And you can't see it, but Fred's like... Fred's over here like, boo, and the guy's like, wah! When Fred does his loud grrr, he's out on his own. Grrr! He's on his own too, all day long when he's training. There's no time for buddies, but Fred's not complaining. Who needs Jemimas or Davids or Sophies? My friends are my prizes, my medals and trophies. Now this guy is Boris, the new bear in town. He's entered the contest to win Fred Bear's crown. He's big and he's strong and he's fast and he's clever. And they say his grrr is the loudest grrr ever. But why is he trying to keep out of sight? So sneaky and quiet. In the still of the night, he's leaving Fred's cave. If you didn't know better, you'd swear that he had something under that sweater. The day of the contest, and it could spell trouble. Poor Fred woke up with no grrr in his bubble. What terrible luck! What a shame! What a bore! 2 hours till the contest. Fred lost his roar. There's nothing in the speech bubble. Meanwhile, in the treetop, a helpful young owl looked down through the leaves at the bear with no growl. With a hoot and a flutter, he jumps from his perch. My name is Eugene. Can I help you with the search? Not sure what to do and not sure what to say, Fred smiles at Eugene and whispers, "Okay." So they look in the greenhouse and they look in the shed. They look through the laundry and under the bed, to the top of the wardrobe, inside it, behind it. Then Eugene calls Hepzibah. She soon appears. "I'm here for the hunt, and I've brought some volunteers." An army of helpers, all helping our hero. But about how many growls do these helpers find? 0. Uh-oh. Now it's time for the contest to start. "Come along, Fred. Move on. Think smart." "Good luck," shouts "Good luck," shouts Eugene as Fred leaves in a hurry. "We'll all come along to support you. Don't worry." Best Bear in the Wood contest. First, it's the fish catching. Fred is on fire. Look at that score. It's getting higher and higher. Next comes the hula hoop. Boris is spinning with 5 more than Fred. He's definitely winning. And now for the loud grrr. Oops, sorry. At scaring the humans, it's hard to deny. They're both pretty scary. Let's call it a tie. And now for the loud grrr. The last round of all. But who's in the lead? Well, it's too close to call. First up is Boris. A deep breath and then... grrr. Look at the needle. It's pointing to 10. Now Fred's in the spotlight. He puffs out his chest. He opens his mouth and hopes for the best. What an extraordinary state of affairs. Fred lost his grrr, but his helpers found theirs. The sound was so loud that it made Boris jump. And look what fell out to the ground with a bump. Fred's grrr, said Eugene. "It was you all along. You're a bad, bad bear, Boris, and cheating is wrong." "It's true," Boris cries. "I am guilty. I did it. I went to Fred's cave, took his growl, and then hid it. But I'm new here, you see. I live all alone. I don't really have any friends of my own. I hope that if people thought I was a winner, then maybe, sometimes, they might come around for dinner." Fred looked at Boris, and what does he see? A bear who's not too different from he. A bear who is lonely. A bear who is sad. A bear who is maybe not totally bad. "I think we're both winners," says Fred. "And what's more, I'd like to be friends." He holds out a paw. Really? Says Boris, who gets to his feet and gives Fred a bear hug. Oh, isn't that sweet? They'll always remember how this story ends. Fred lost his GRRR, but discovered his friends. Watching the fireworks. And so, Fred was so busy trying to be a winner in this book that he didn't really have any friends. He was proud of his trophies and his medals, but he didn't have anybody to hang out with. Boris was afraid that if he wasn't the winner, nobody would want to be his friend. But I think we can all agree that the real winner is the one who has good friends. So, what Boris did was wrong, but Fred did something a little different. What did he do? That's right, he forgave Boris for cheating. And that, I think, is a special thing. What I would like you to do today is take your big notebook and maybe write a little poem about your best friend. It can be 2 or 3 little rhymes put together, but, somebody that you enjoy hanging out with, somebody who you like spending time with, just write a little poem about your friend, okay? And I will be back tomorrow. You'll notice I'm wearing my NASA shirt today. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a science book. But I think second grade will enjoy it because tomorrow we're going to do Lightning by Seymour Simon. So the same fellow from the Fondas and Pinnell unit, Seymour Simon. So we're going to read another one of his books tomorrow. I hope to see you then. I really look forward to reading those poems, and I look forward to getting all those great responses to these videos in your notebooks. So we'll look forward to seeing that at the end of this week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a very good day, second grade.